Oh yeah, like you know, we've had a great rivalry with Collingwood over the last few years, and they've come out on top in the last 3 games. So there's plenty to play for. It's a big occasion. The ground will be full, hopefully full of Brisbane Lions supporters making a big noise for us. Just a return serve. That's what happens to us when we play at the MCG against Collingwood. So make sure all our fans get along tomorrow night. But it'll be a great game, I'm sure.
Everyone's calling you the comeback kings.
No.
You'd probably prefer to start well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we've actually had some reasonable first quarters. Our second quarters have been a little bit of a problem for some reason or other. These quirky things happen every year. Like, you know, one year you're good at something, the next year you're not. You can't quite work out why. The good thing is we've been able to muster the effort in the second half of games to find a way to win. But doing it that way is not sustainable, and we know that. So we'll keep working away at being more consistent throughout a game, which I think's it's a pretty hard thing to do these days, because all the teams that you play are pretty good, so they're going to get their momentum at some point in time as well. It's all about reducing the impact of that momentum when it occurs. I told you there'd be a siren. Oh, I should have put money on that.
Thanks. Other than the teams you faced so far, do you see this one as the toughest one yet, this challenge?
Oh, I sort of go one game at a time. So when we played Swans in round 1, I thought that's a pretty tough challenge. And then we had Geelong up here a few weeks ago. Oh, that's a pretty tough challenge. So they just keep coming at you in AFL football. Obviously, Collingwood have won their last 4 games. We've won our first 5. So it's both teams are in great form. So you probably have to say it's our biggest challenge for the year so far.
What makes them, I would say, difficult? Why have they been difficult recently? Three in a row, not many teams, if any, would have done that against you. So.
Yeah, they haven't beaten us by much though. It was like 4 points in the grand final and 1 point last year, and we had a good lead that day. So we've been in those games. It's not like they've dominated us. It's just been they've been able to just do the moments a little bit better, I reckon, in those closer games. So you know, we'll take some learnings from that. It's a different year this year. We've got an opportunity to change that trend, so we'll try and take it.
What makes them such a tough team to beat?
Oh, they're really good at contests. They do all the basic stuff really well, Collingwood, I reckon, and their set plays around, you know, held balls outside 50, for example, are really good. Their long down the line plays are really good. So you just got to be on your toes all the time against them, because they test you out in every which way.
Looks like Jordan Goey might come back. Will that be an extra layer, an extra challenge?
Oh, yeah, he's a great player. So we'll wait and see what happens with selection tonight. But they've got a number of players that you need to concern yourself with. I don't think he's played a lot of football this year, so we'll probably focus on the blokes that have played a lot of football and give him the respect that he deserves, but don't go overboard with our planning there.
I want to ask you about Sam Day. His numbers haven't jumped off the page yet. I know he hasn't kicked a goal yet. How long do you persist?
Yeah, see, you look at numbers. I look at actions and things that happen out in the field and what he does to help others and how he helps our system and stuff like that. So I'm happy with what he's doing. Yeah, I would have liked him to kick a goal or 2. That'll come. I'm not too fussed about that. You know, we're kicking pretty decent scores each week, so it's not like our forward line's not functioning. I think we're averaging high 90s points per game. So no, we'll just keep assessing as we go along, but he needs to be given a bit of time to fit into our system. It's not like he can walk in and suddenly you're the man. That takes a little bit of time. So, you know, often, like last week, some of the things that he was doing was allowing Eric Hipwood to get off the chain. So, yeah, we'll just keep having a look at that, but we'll back Sam in.
With the slower starts to the games, have you spoken with the boys on how do you address that, or is it just you think that's going to change?
Yeah, it's sort of been. It hasn't always been slow starts though. It's been second quarter, so I don't call second quarter the start. Suddenly the first half's become the issue for us because we've been behind at half time. Yeah, we talk about them, but not much. I mean, we know. I don't have to tell them because everybody else tells them. So our second halves are pretty good though. So I'll keep the second halves good and try and get a little bit better in the first half.
And how do you make them better in the first half?
Maybe you could say it's a readiness to play. Maybe it's what the opposition throw at you early. The opposition are coming at us and going a lot harder than they have been in the past. we just got to be better. If you want the technical side of it, contested ball has probably been down in the first half of games, and our work rate. So we just got to get that better. And it's not like we're not good at that. We're actually really good at it. We just haven't done it as well in the first half for some reason or other.
Is it concerning at all? Or
I think I've answered enough questions about first halves. I mean, how many can I answer? I've been asked 3 already, so I think you've got the answer there.
You look like you used Cam Rayner like you tinkered with his role last week. Like you played very deep at stages there.
Yeah.
Did you like what you saw? Is that something you might try and do?
Yeah, we sort of played some of our taller players up a little bit higher and put Cam deeper in the second half, and it seemed to work pretty well. So that's another thing we've got up our sleeve. We won't necessarily do that tomorrow night, but it's something that we now know that we can go to if we need to.
You think that did that help get him going a little bit? It felt like his start of the season had probably been maybe a bit slower than like the back half of last season.
His early few games were a little bit on the slow side, but he had a bit of an interrupted pre-season too, so that could explain that. But he's certainly been better the last couple of weeks.
Kyle Lohmann being rested for another week, how much more does he have to do to be clear to play?
Oh, he just got to look like normal Kyle Lohmann when he trains. He actually ran really well yesterday. He's sort of been running with a limp, I reckon, for a few weeks, and that had disappeared. So I think with a full week of training next week, he should be available. Yeah.
I guess there's no need to make any changes then?
Sorry, mate, I didn't hear.
No need to make any changes?
With the team, no, we'll consider some. We sort of got a 5-day turnaround, so whether we add a little bit of freshness with some more runners into the team, we'll give that some consideration this afternoon.
Is it, I guess, a positive for you or something that you take a bit of pride in, considering like the start that you guys have had, you're still undefeated, but considering so that you guys have been doing well up front without the bye for a large chunk of that, it's only played about a game and a half.
Yeah, we're fairly pleased with that. I mean, I still think your ability to score is based on the system with which you play with, and yeah, there's certainly some individuals help that up front, but we've been able to find a way to score. We've had a lot of different goal kickers over the last few weeks. Eric bobbed up and got back into some form. Logan Morris has been pretty steady for us all year, so we're confident if we play in the right manner, we'll create enough opportunities to score.
How much planning goes into Nick Daicos?
Yeah, or as much or as little as you like, I suppose. You could spend hours on him. He's in great form. Yeah, we'll try some things tomorrow night to quell his influence. Whether that's with a tagger or not, I'm not 100% sure on that yet. But whatever you do, you've got to go in with a plan to try and minimise the effect and influence that he can have on the game. They've got a lot of other good players too, though, so you can't get caught up just in that.
Chris, it's been mentioned before, I know, but I guess with this run that you're on, there's the belief even I guess strongly that you can win no matter what no matter what the score is. When you're behind by a certain amount of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think we've got a healthy belief in ourselves, but we also know that we can't keep doing that. That's not possible in this competition. So we sort of want to snap out of that and have that in our back pocket. But if we're relying on that all year, it's going to test us, isn't it? So we just got to try and find that 4-quarter consistency, and hopefully that's something that we can get tomorrow night.